She went a personal best in 100 free the other day, particularly, but we've been working on her butterfly, her strategy for the race a little bit over the last few weeks, and she executed it really well here. I think it could probably still get a little bit better, but yeah, definitely wasn't expected. I don't want to jinx it, but typically she's faster in finals than she is in prelims. So after she did it in prelims, I'm like, okay. But you kind of like, you know, when you get that close to a barrier, like breaking 55, then there becomes added pressure, and so you never really know how somebody's going to react to that. And so I actually didn't think she would go faster tonight. So again, not necessarily surprised, but not necessarily expected either. I've been really impressed with our entire squad this year. We've got about 15 people, and I'm the only coach, and so we told them in advance, you're going to kind of be on your own. It's an opportunity for them to coach themselves. They know their warm-ups. I'll be here to support them if they need, but I've seen very little of them, what they're doing in warm-ups, what they're doing in warm-downs. I want them to have some independence and take some control of their careers and their performances, and so throughout the entire meet, it's kind of been like, hey, that was awesome. Do what you need to do. I sent them a long email before we came down, like after prelims, you should be doing this, and you need to fuel this way, and that kind of thing. And so they have a framework for what they should do, and hopefully they follow it. And I think they're spending some time on the beach, which I'm not necessarily keen on. But I mean, like Gretchen will be the first to say a happy swimmer is a fast swimmer, even if I don't like it entirely. So I think she was just excited, for the swim overall, and I think I know it was a shock to her a little bit this morning, but now that she's kind of done it last year at trials, she's able to kind of contain herself, and she's broken so many records over the last year, and been in this situation so often that where she breaks a record, she's now becoming pretty good at like being able to just internalize it and move on and go to the next race, which is obviously pretty special. Gretchen's that drop dead sprinter, right? And so she always struggles the last 25 over hundreds, even her butterfly, her freestyle, and in order to try to offset that a little bit, normally she takes, like last year she took 18 strokes the first 50 and 20 on the second 50, and I was like, if you could swim a little bigger and we could hit the first wall in 17 strokes, just one less stroke, it'll help you. That one less stroke makes a massive difference coming back in the second 50, and I knew, and so in practice over the last 4 weeks, I've been giving her, when we're doing fast 50s, I'm like, you can't take more than this many strokes. I don't care how fast it is, don't take any more than this many strokes. So she's learning how to swim a little bit more patient. She's like, so I need to go slower. I'm like, no, slow is not in our vocabulary. Be more patient. And so she did it. This morning she hit 17 strokes, and when she hit 17 strokes, and she was 25.5 this morning, I looked at the crew from our team that was over on the side. I was like, this is going to be really good. I knew it. I knew she was going to come home better. And then tonight, she was home at 29.2. She's never been, outside of this morning, she's never been anywhere close to that on the second 50. So I'd like to think that's why, but who knows.